This is very typical of a bear market where investors eventually just get worn out.
The small cap side of the market is so we just got to be patient and try not to lose too much money.
Hello investors, and welcome to another 180 Markets Weekly Wrap. Well friends, another sadly quite dreary week on the markets here on the ASX. As much as anything, we are again seeing a lack of liquidity. Trading volumes are down significantly, interest in the markets are down significantly, and even viewership of networks such as CNBC, their viewership numbers are down about 30 to 40%. And friends, this is very typical of a bear market where investors eventually just get worn out. Now, on a positive side, what we are noticing though, is that the mega caps, especially in the US, those share prices are coming down faster than the small caps are. And that convergence really could set the stage for the next bull market where we don't know when it's going to come, but we certainly know that it will be coming from new leadership. And then on the corporate front, what we're seeing is classic counter-cyclical action in M&A. And nothing could be a greater example than Azure, which I'm sure Shaun will talk about later this week, because certainly that is a case where companies are doing what they should be doing, is they're going bargain hunting. They're looking for those companies that really do present exceptional value with exceptional upside. And again, this is very typical of what people see in bear markets. And now to turn it on over, I should say, went on in the market this week on the floor, I'll turn it over to Shaun.
Thanks, Greg. And I think what Greg was trying to say, it's just the small cap side of the market is nobody gives bidding is down, investors have got no interest, there is no volume, and we're just wondering when the next upturn is going to come because it's boring. Who wants to touch small caps? Who wants to touch placements? Not us. We keep knocking back opportunities because there's no sign that there's going to be any improvement. Now the improvement will come, but we just don't know when. So we just got to be patient and try not to lose too much money. Let's start with the placements. So we're going to start off with MZZ, Matador Mining, and we've got someone here waiting to tell us a bit about that placement.
So the reason this was a bit of an interesting placement this week is because it was done in three components, two of them being a flow-through placement. So the first component was raising $3.8 million at a 24.4% premium to the last close, which was at 5.6 cents. The second component was also a flow-through, raising $1 million at a 5% premium at 4.2 cents. And the final component was a $1 million placement here in Australia at 11.1% discount to the last close at 4 cents. So the average price for this placement was 5 cents a share, and the company will also be offering an SPP at 4 cents a share to raise another $1.5 million.
Thank you, Ariella. Comparing that to the current price of 4.6 makes it a very interesting placement. The biggest deal of the week, I think, was AVR and Tiris Technologies done by Evolution. So this one has been in an interesting trading cycle for the past year, but if we go back 5 years, they had a massive run about 2 years ago. So this has been a very successful medical company, and well done to Evolution on raising $40 million at $20 a share. Now let's go to the 180 Markets platform, see what we got in there. EMP raising $500,000 at a 20% discount. Sprintex is doing a convertible note. REZ, Resource Energy Group, raising money at 1.2. Judo, I think, is closed. Judo Bank, they did a pretty big convertible note, I think. And then we're going to take a look at a graphite stock, Mineral Commodities, MRC. So they did a underwritten entitlement offer at 3 cents a share. So for every 1.38 shares you have, you can subscribe for one further share at 3 cents. And I don't think there were any options there, but let's quickly just take a look at mineral commodities. Graphite's pretty strong at the moment. So yeah, they took advantage of that. Movers this week. So we can start on graphite. So one stock that we follow pretty closely, Reniscore. Let's look at the chart. Quick bounce there. Graphite, there was some news early on in the week regarding China. So a lot of graphite stocks here ran pretty hard. But we're going to go for the big news story of the week, AZS, Azure Minerals. So Camera Boy, can you tell us about that deal?
Of course, Shaun. So Azure Minerals, I'm sure everyone's heard of this stock this year. It's been one of the big winners so far of the year. It just received a takeover offer from one of their big substantial holders, SQM, which is also one of Chile's biggest lithium producers. A couple months ago, they did also give them a takeover offer at $2.30. Looks like Mr. Tony Rivera kind of saw that as a bit of a dull offer, and I guess SQM has agreed and they've upped it.
Well done to Tony. I've known Tony for a long time. I reckon I was in this one, 10, 20 years ago, trading it. So I did not hold. Unfortunately, it was probably around here, but yeah, Tony's done an awesome job there. So that's, as we say, you dream of owning stocks like this and holding all the way up. Another big mover this week, or actually today, is Web Central, WCG, up 131% today. So they announced that they've sold their retail domain and hosting business. So let's take a look at that 5-year chart. So it's still recovering some of the losses, but investors would be very happy today, up 136% now. So this is we're recording just before 1 p.m. Let's look at some downs. There were quite a few. CHM, that one had a big run up and then a big fall. Another biotechnology company that has not done too well. GSM, so they have had a terrible week, unfortunately. Negative results at their Pilbara project, and that actually did have a run earlier on in the year, but yeah, unfortunately it's all the way back down. NXS, another one with a terrible looking chart. I remember when this one listed, let's take a look, about 5 years ago, had an incredible start to listing life, hitting $4, but as we see pretty often, just not a successful last few years. And finally, ESR, not sure what's happened there. Terrible looking chart. So yeah, a lot of selling in the screen there, I reckon, a badly run placement. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a good weekend and hopefully the sun's shining wherever you are.
Thanks for watching another 180 Markets Weekly Wrap. If you want access to thousands of capital raises, sign up at 180markets.com.au and you'll get access to our very next capital raise. Thanks for watching.